Hello, welcome back, valued viewers. We're looking at an interesting story today, coming out from the Hollywood Reporter, talking about Tomb Raider. Do you remember Tomb Raider? Laura Croft jumping around. That 1996 first came out. The game first came out in 1996. Do you remember that? Do you love Tomb Raider? Well, prepare to not love Tomb Raider anymore. So what's going on? Tomb Raider film is in the works as Amazon. Oh, good. They ruin everything. Makes a rich rights deal for Marvel-like franchise. What is all this going on? Sources say the goal of the streamer at Amazon is to connect the Phoebe WallerBridge, she's the curse of doom, she is, TV series, video game and movie all together into one big organisation, just like Marvel and DC, where they have these interconnected films and games and TVs and all that sort of stuff, TV shows. So they're going to make a Tomb Raider version of that. There's going to be a Tomb Raider film, a Tomb Raider TV series, and a Tomb Raider game. And you might be thinking, wow, I love Tomb Raider. I loved Tomb Raider back in 1996. Jumping, climbing, shooting with the two guns, dinosaurs, brilliant. Swimming underwater, loved it. That was all good times. But since then, it went downhill. It just went downhill. They turned her from a sexy, fun, bad girl, because she was stealing stuff and keeping it, and they had to make it for a remake for a modern audience. They had to make her eco-friendly. She had to be environmentally conscious. She couldn't be out stealing stuff for herself. No, she had to be collecting it for the museums and for culture, and they they had to do all the usual stuff that they do to neutralize and neuter and turn into something acceptable for the woke crowd on Twitter. And they're going to do the same. And what have they done? They've brought in the curse of the film, the altogether worst person to write stuff, Phoebe WallerBridge. They always bring her in to woke things up and ruin various things. She was on the Indiana 5 trailer. She's in the Indiana 5 film Dial of Destiny, and there's so many problems with that already. Everyone's saying that she's going to come in. She's coming in as a strong, independent woman. She appears out of nowhere. She makes the original character, Indiana, look like a bumbling idiot. Saves the day all by herself. Of course she does. She doesn't need no advice and no help from no man. And she becomes the new face of the Indiana Jones franchise after the original main character gets reduced to second banana or is killed off. That's what the wokies do. They can't have a strong, independent man character, especially a white guy, so they've got to take him down through the power of feminism, because that's what people are desperate for. And this is Phoebe WallerBridge. This is. She comes in, she writes radical feminist diatribes, and they suck it up at Hollywood, and they love it, and they make all these films. So that's what it's going to be. It's going to be a Tomb Raider, SJW, wokery, and let's have a little look. Sources tell the Hollywood Reporter that the retail giant and streamers teamed up with Dimitri M. Johnson's entertainment company called DJ2 for a massive rights deal to make a Tomb Raider feature film, in addition to the newly announced TV series from Phoebe WallerBridge. Jesus Christ, she's back. And at least one video game in the Laura Croft franchise. You know she's not going to be sexy. You know she's going to be a pseudo male. That's what she's going to be. She's going to be a strong, independent woman constantly. The idea is to build out a connected world of Tomb Raider with the video game, TV series and film all interconnected in a fashion somewhat similar to what Marvel has already accomplished. The Tomb Raider video game was announced in December, with additional games in the franchise considered likely. I would consider it unlikely because they're not going to do well. One source with knowledge of the pact, that's a good word because you do that with the devil, described it as being amongst the largest commitments at Amazon after Lord of the Rings. As you can see here, the Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power. Again, they've taken a beloved intellectual property, the Lord of the Rings, and they ruin it. Absolutely ruin it. Change everything. Make it all about one strong, independent female woman who's obviously can't be touched, can't be beaten, can't be told, can't be taught, knows everything immediately. Fantastic. That's how it works. And so they've spent 250 million just on the Lord of the Rings thing. So Amazon have bought the rights to Tomb Raider. Representatives for Amazon and Johnson declined to comment on this. So WallerBridge is attached to write the script for the Tomb Raider TV series. Jesus Christ, can you imagine? Oh, can you imagine the radical feminism? Just endless. As THR exclusively reported, the Fleabag Emmy winner is not involved in the film or the game. I'm sure they'll get someone else to ruin both of those things. She's going to ruin the TV show. They're going to ruin the film and the game. So WallerBridge is said to be a big Tomb Raider fan. I doubt that very much indeed. I doubt that very much. I doubt she could even spell Lara Croft's name or know who she was. And it was eager to be involved with the TV series. She lied, though she is not currently attached to star in the project, thank God, and has a series greenlit built into the larger Tomb Raider rights deal. Okay. Her involvement in the Tomb Raider series stems from her recently renewed overall deal with Amazon. Right, so they've sort of got to use her for stuff, and I'm sure she'll come in and turn Laura into a man-hating, misandrist, radical feminist who don't need no man. I'm sure that's the general gist, and that'll be lovely. Johnson's DJ2 Entertainment put together a deal for Tomb Raider anime series at Netflix, which included a 2-season order, and that'll be the end of it. 2 seasons done. The company has spent the past year working out rights to the property. Last year, Crystal Dynamics regained control of the rights to Tomb Raider games after Embracer completed its acquisition of Square Enix assets. So these guys sold it to those guys who sold it to those guys who now sold it to these guys, and now they're going to ruin it. Johnson, for his part, has and his DJ2 Entertainment signed a first look deal with Amazon Studios in 2022, and under the deal, DJ2 co-produced Sonic the Hedgehog. That was good. Will focus on adapting video game titles for the streamer. So there you go. That's the situation. We've got an extreme radical feminist writing a TV series of Tomb Raider, and you can just imagine the horror, the horror that's going to occur. And she used to be sexy and cool and bad, and now she's sort of an eco-mentalist. Tomb Raider wants Phoebe WallerBridge and Amazon ruin it. That's what's going to happen, is the situation we're going to be looking at. Set to write Tomb Raider. Can you even imagine? Can you even imagine this woman? So yeah. So let me know your thoughts. Is that another intellectual property ruined, just like they ruined Velma? And yeah, okay. And yeah, let me know your thoughts. And I will catch you guys later.